What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video. What's good, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles. So breaks on only 15 minutes, but y'all over here, we break for 1 damn hour. Honey, thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over here in the damn break room, y'all. Happy Wednesday, yes, happy Wednesday to each and every one of y'all. I hope you all are feeling good and doing great. Lord, clam mercy. Okay, y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all definitely know what we over here for. Whew. And I'm going to try to sum it up in the shortest time as I can. I'm definitely going to try to hit it right at an hour, y'all, because I'm kind of busy, but I stopped so I can get on here because, honey, if you was not in attendance last night for the shit show on my Jazzy Life's other channel, Extra Jazz and Chris, baby, hopefully TMR can do the best that she can to get you caught up. Because, child, if you didn't see it, let me say this, okay? Again, this is a reaction channel. We react to the stuff we see on the internet channels that we're following and watching. My Jazzy Life is definitely one of the channels we have been watching and following for quite some time over here. If you look at my thumbnail, honey, damn near the last, I don't know, 6, 7 thumbnails got her face splattered all across of it. Because when I tell you Jasmine has turned 2023, she has came into 2020 through like a raging storm. Oh my goodness, honey. It was a mess, okay? It was a whole freaking debacle last night. I'm going to say this, and I think you guys, most of you guys, if not all of you guys, can definitely agree with me. I think that live on Jasmine's other channel, Extra Jazz and Chris, I think that was by far one of the worst lives she's ever done. I think that live definitely tops Yellow Romper. The Yellow Romper gate, y'all remember when we met Chris? It definitely tops that live. If you guys are old school Jasmine watchers, y'all remember the live where she went to the bathroom and did the #1 and the #2 and took the camera with her and sat on the live and talked to her people while she peed and pooped in the toilet. Y'all remember that? This live topped that one. This live showed me how ignorant Jasmine is. Now, again, it's her ignorance. She can have it. It's free. She ain't borrowing it from anybody. It's hers. But it showed me how her mind just has a different way of thinking. She is definitely a very different breed of woman. I'm just going to keep it 110%. She is definitely a very different breed of woman. So Chris and Jasmine went live, basically acting as if they were going to tell it all. And initially they were not really trying to well, Chris wasn't really trying to talk about it, honey. Oh, well, thank you, Jasmine. Chris definitely was not trying to talk about it. Jasmine, y'all know Jasmine is clearly for the ish. When Jasmine says that she is not drama, Jasmine, she exudes drama. Drama literally comes out of her pores. When she sweats, drama just falls all out of her pores. That's all that girl knows is drama, chaos, and confusion. That's why every man she gets with is drama and chaos and confusion, because she basically attracts what she is, primarily, in my opinion. Yeah, Jackson family, it definitely topped. Yeah, it topped Yellow Romper Night, honey. In my opinion, it was a mess. Okay, Royal Blue said she didn't watch it, child. You didn't miss too much of anything. Okay. Oh boy. Our family said Tim Riley was awful, and all I could think of is Chris tickling his little wee wee on live, baby. Bria said Tim, I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted. Y'all, it was so much said in that live that wasn't really said. Jasmine is by far, like, in my opinion, Jasmine could potentially set women back 100 damn years. It is, I get standing by your man. I understand standing by your man, but since you got to stand by your man when he in the right, not when he's in the wrong. So all of this has to do with the drama that Chris has with his baby mama Medusa. Okay, Medusa Gotti. Uh, this is the baby mother of his second child. He has a set of twins by LaKenya, which is his first baby mother, and Medusa, I think her real name is Alexis, is his second baby mother. Okay, Chris met Medusa when he lived in California. They said he was playing ball. I don't know what he was down there doing. But maybe he was on some type of scholarship or something. But soon after, he had to end up moving in with Medusa. So he definitely, unless he got kicked out of the dorms or something, yeah, something didn't happen because somehow he ended up with Medusa in her apartment when he was supposed to be in California playing ball. So again, I don't know. That part has never really came out how he really ended up with Medusa in her apartment. Okay, and he was supposed to be down there playing basketball at a college. So, needless to say, you guys, the basis of this video was Jasmine and Medusa got into it earlier on Instagram, okay? So, Jasmine couldn't wait for Chris to come home so she can fill him in on the drama on the internet. Now, one thing I discovered in that live is Chris is very much disgusted with Jasmine. He tolerates Jasmine. What are the reasons why he tolerates Jasmine? I don't know. Only he can tell those reasons. But you can definitely tell Jasmine gets on his nerves. Okay. And what I also found out in that live is that Chris cannot read. Okay. Y'all remember when he didn't know where Barbados was or didn't know what Barbados, or he didn't even know how it was pronounced. Chris, it was several things in that chat that he couldn't read and pronounce. I figured it out that the man cannot read. Okay, I figured that out as well too. We already know Jasmine can't read hardly and barely can spell. So I figured that out as well too. Okay, he cannot. You're right, Ariana. Just oh my God. Jasmine talks about her brand. Sis, what brand is? If I could sit down and have a conversation with my Jazzy Life, an exclusive interview. I would really want, now don't say family channel because that's not necessarily that's a niche, okay? But what's your brand, sis? Because I haven't seen it. What is the brand? What other than when somebody looks up my Jazzy Life, what does your channel symbolize other than chaos, confusion, and drama? What brand do you have? Because a woman that cares about her brand, okay, on social media or wherever, wouldn't have allowed what went on last night to happen on any platform. Jasmine think because it didn't happen on my Jazzy Life that she's safe. No, Jasmine, you're the same person on every channel. It's always it's called different content, but you're the same person. You think because you show up on my Jazzed Up Life, we don't know who you are on my Jazzed Up Life? You're my Jazzy Life. You're Jasmine Dukes, I think your name is. You're that person. You're on my Jazzed Up Life, and that's supposed to be a channel that can consist of cleaning and cooking content. But you're the same woman on my Jazz. You just have different content, but you're the same. Jasmine thinks because she's on Extra Jazz and Chris that she hiding. No, sis, you're not hiding. You're in plain sight. Okay? It's the same thing. excuse me, you used my Jazzy life to grow extra Jazz and Chris. So how are you gonna disassociate yourself from the channel, ma'am? Hey, Lynn, how does that happen? You can't do that, right? You're the same person. Oh boy. So needless to say, whatever brand Sunshine said her brand is clown. Oh Lord. Whatever brand that Jasmine thinks she has over there, I mean, she's entitled to think whatever she wants to. It's her channel. It, whatever, her thoughts. But sis, as a viewer, as a spectator, as a consumer, sis, it's not giving what you think it gave. Okay? It definitely isn't doing that. You bring in your baby daddy's drama with his other baby mama. Again, we understand families have issues, right? There's no perfect family. So we understand that. But there is a disassociation, I would feel, when it comes to your YouTube channel versus your private life. Especially it being, essentially, it's Chris's business. What Chris has going on with his baby mothers, and his children has nothing to do with Jasmine. Even if Jasmine was a wife, everyone keeps saying, with Jasmine, you're not a wife. Even if she was a wife, it's still not her concern. Chris, in my opinion, should be mature enough, grown enough to handle his situations with his children and the mothers of those children. It's obviously he wasn't handling it prior to Jasmine, because it wouldn't have been a shit show once he got with Jasmine. If Chris was handling his business, there would be nothing to talk about right now in regards to his children or the mothers of those children. There would be nothing to talk about. It's obvious, very obvious, that Chris was not handling his business as a man with children. Period. There's no other way that you can formulate the thought. Now, it's funny how people say, y'all need to stay out of her business. Whoa, hold on here. Who drugged Jasmine by her hair and made her get on the internet and tell us about what's going on in her household? Nobody told us that. Nobody told her that. Nobody's done that, right? Jasmine has done this on her own free will. Jasmine knows the play. The people in her chat that call themselves defending her, you're wasting your time. Jasmine knows exactly what she's doing. That's why she does it. She actually learned it from her homegirl, Strong Mommy Chrissy. Okay? How to garner those views, how to clickbait them titles. She learned it from her. Because if you go back and watch Jasmine's videos prior to her linking up to Chrissy, Jasmine didn't know the clickbait thing. She didn't know how to do that. She didn't know anything about it. If you go back and watch her titles and videos after she formed a relationship with Chrissy, you can tell that's where she learned to finesse. Okay? Chrissy taught her how to finesse this internet thing. But Chrissy has moved on, and Jasmine is still stuck. Okay? She's still stuck. Even her other friend, what's her name? Livy Life. Lives Life. She's just like Jasmine, because in a sense, in my opinion, Livy kind of learned her finessing from Chrissy. Chrissy didn't teach Livy anything because they wasn't really cool like that. But Olivia is a good student. She was watching. Okay? So Jasmine gets on this internet last night with Chris. Chris said he was just coming to see how everybody Tuesday was. Well, hell, Chris, I mean, we all right. Are you all right? Because it don't look like it. We're just fine. Everybody's Tuesday is okay. And if it ain't okay, you can't do nothing about it. Based off this title, that doesn't seem like you were just coming to chill with the peoples or chill with the fam. This title that your woman put in the title sounds like drama. Now, Chris said he was at work all day. Chris said he had been at work since 6 in the morning. He didn't get off to 7 at night. Imagine being at work from what Chris, if we're going to go by what Chris says, for 12 hours. Again, we don't know if Chris actually has a job, but again, just for conversation purposes, let's pretend that we believe him, okay? Imagine being at work for 12 hours and you come home, want to sit down and relax, and here come your woman all in your ear about some drama. Imagine that. And Chris sat right on the couch and was ready for it. Now, either, Chris, you weren't at work, or you don't work that hard, or I think in a sense, Chris tries to appease Jasmine with some of what she got going on. And I essentially, he does it a lot when he wants something from her. Now, we all know that tax time is rolling around the corner. I think Chris is being very nice to Jasmine. Again, that's my opinion, because he just seems like that type of man, right? Because it just seems like he likes to use the women. Well, it's also been confirmed by his other baby mamas. So that's just not an assumption anymore. 2 of the women that's been in relationships with him and have children with him have confirmed that. Okay? So it's just not assumption anymore. So there's several things that happen. We're going to start with the messages. So Medusa put up some messages last night, some Instagram DM messages that we're going to take a look at first, okay? So let me go ahead and pull those up. Before we do that, though, I do need you guys to do what? I need y'all to clock into the break room. You do that by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the like button, okay? That's how you clock into the break room. You do both. If you already subscribed to this channel, then you do one thing, and that's hit that like button. That's how you clock in. I need y'all to do that for me. So let me go ahead and pull up Medusa's video. Now, she had some screenshots that we're going to try to have to pause and read. Well, you know what? We're not going to do that. I forgot. I actually have those already. Okay, give me one moment, y'all. Let me pull those up. Okay, so they were arguing back and forth on the internet. So on Instagram. So I did some screenshot of a couple of messages. This one was from Medusa. She typed about she said, about shit that comes out your mouth, big slime. My pride has nothing to do with Christopher being an absent father to his only daughter. And she emphasized only daughter. Tell my baby daddy to put his pride aside, make an IG, and message me directly. If he is interested in having a relationship with his daughter, respond. Don't respond. You are the childish one here. I've been nothing real and honest and direct with everything. More than just my night is blessed, big slime thing. I don't know what she was typing there. But basically what she was saying was she was telling Chris, she was wanting Chris to do an Instagram. Okay. Maybe she doesn't want Chris to have her phone number. Again, I don't know. Maybe she wants to just talk on Instagram, because you can actually talk on Instagram. Like, you can call somebody. You don't just have to type DM. You can actually call somebody. So maybe she feels like it'll be, but again, Jasmine has a problem with the fact that Medusa wants Chris to do an Instagram so she could communicate with him. Jasmine feels like Chris should go through her Instagram because he doesn't really do social media, but Chris has a Facebook. Okay. So he may not be on all platforms, but he does have a Facebook. So Jasmine says, grow up. I can't even argue with someone that can't say ish to my face. Just saying, where was all this energy when I came to you like a woman asking you for your number a year ago? LOL. It's clear as day you want to use me for clout, and it's clearly was never about Chris seeing his daughter. So from this point on, bitch, move around respectfully. So Jasmine is in her mind. Jasmine thinks Medusa wants Chris. That's what Jasmine's problem is. Jasmine obviously don't trust Chris, or she doesn't have confidence in her relationship because she thinks a woman that Chris hasn't touched in over 10 years, that this woman has crawled out of whatever rock she was living under, okay? And she just crawled about the rock and be like, I want Chris back all of a sudden. If you guys been watching, Medusa has been trying to find Chris off and on from the messages that she showed us on her channel last week since like 2017. And she was reaching out to you know what's so funny? She was reaching out to LaKenya to try to get in touch with Chris. Now, obviously, at the time, I don't think LaKenya and Chris were together, but LaKenya was just like, oh, hold on, girl, let me see what I can get you. Now, Jasmine is with Chris. And so Jasmine is she's feeling jealousy. She's feeling insecure. So she thinks Medusa wants Chris when Medusa just, in my opinion, wants Chris to talk to her because think about it. Other than the messages that they've shared over the past, I don't know, since 2020 to 2021, they've never really had a conversation. Not even about why we broke up. Just, Chris, how did we get here? I think Medusa is at that point. Like, Chris, I just want to know, how did we get here as far as co-parenting with our child? I think that's where she's at. So then Jasmine says, Alexis, your message speaks for itself. You're very much immature. You see, I'm calling you by your name, right? And I would like it if you can be an adult and call me by mine. Jasmine, in all fairness, she shouldn't be calling you at all because you shouldn't be in her inbox. This is what Jasmine doesn't understand. Since Medusa don't have to communicate with you. Why does Medusa have to communicate with you for Chris? And if Chris is saying he wants you to talk for him, then girl, do you got a man over there or do you have a boy? Because at the end of the day, Chris didn't need you to get that baby by Medusa. He did that by himself. Chris didn't need you in the DMs back in 2021 when he was calling you fam, reference you as fam to Medusa. He didn't need you then when he was conversating with Medusa back in 2021. So why do you feel like he needs you now? Chris doesn't need to go through you to talk to Medusa. And like everyone has been saying, Jasmine needs to stay out of it. Here's the thing. If Chris doesn't want to put his pride to the side or his ignorance, whatever you may want to call it, if he does not want to put that to the side to talk to Medusa in an adult way so they can co-parent effectively with his only daughter, then if I was Medusa, me personally, I would let that ninja deal with his own feelings by himself. I would take him down in child support, get my money that's rightfully belongs to her and her daughter, and go about my business. That's what I would really do. Now, Jasmine last year, when Medusa surfaced to the internet by way of Jasmine mentioning her, once Jasmine seen us reacting to Medusa, she goes over in Medusa's DMs and says, oh my God, girl, we've been looking for you. I finally found you. Sis, why were you looking for Medusa? I'm curious. Why are you looking for Medusa? Medusa wasn't looking for you. Chris should have been looking for Medusa, not you. At the end of the day, here's the thing. If y'all have ever noticed, Like I said before, Philip, Jasmine's first baby daddy, has 10 kids total, 4 with Jasmine. If you guys ever notice any birthday parties that we've ever saw of Jasmine's kids, you've never seen any of Chris's other children, which are Jasmine's kids, brothers and sisters. You've never seen those kids at any birthday party. Never. Never. So why are you so enthusiastic on connecting with Medusa? Because you want Chris to have a relationship with his daughter. But what about your kids? Their biological siblings by other women? How come there's no burning desire to form relationships with them for your kids' sake? Like that's a real question. Jasmine is jealous. She don't want that woman because I'm gonna tell you something. Jasmine's not secure in her relationship. All right? She's not secure in her relationship. And she feels like Medusa's what she's not. Medusa's cute. Not saying Jasmine's ugly, because she's not ugly, but Medusa has a different aura about her. You know, she has like a little sexy vibe. She's very different from Jasmine. She's very outgoing. You know, Medusa's the type where if her and Chris are in the car and Chris pulls up to his people's house and won't run in and get some food, Medusa's not gonna sit in the car and go live and talk to people on YouTube while her man in the house mingling with his people. Yeah, Medusa, she gonna get it. She gonna get out the car with Chris and go on in the house. Hey y'all, hey. Not like Jasmine did. Y'all remember that live last year where she sat in the house, sat in the car while Chris went in there and ran and got some food? If Jasmine was so enthusiastic on Chris meeting his daughter or spending time with his daughter, how come when Jasmine and Chris was just in Houston a few months ago, back in September for her birthday, or really for Chris's birthday, but they tried to make it like it was for her birthday, but although her birthday had already passed, sis, how come y'all didn't reach out to Medusa then when y'all was in Houston? Y'all was right there. Wasn't no hide, no hair, no mention. Y'all was right in Houston back in September. What no mention of meeting up with Medusa. You mentioned nothing about that in your vlog. You didn't say, oh, we got to go out to lunch with Chris's daughter. No mention. None. But all of a sudden you trying to be a mediator. You trying to be the mediator for Chris and Medusa and the child. Jasmine, you got your own problems, girl. You got a whole baby daddy over there. 4 kids with him that does not pay child support. I don't care nothing about he buy the kids a pair of shoes and what. That's when he wants you. You can't account for consistent money because he's not consistently giving you money. Rose Life said the only thing Jasmine thinks she has over Medusa is social media, and now that social media is a part of Medusa's life. Yeah, Jasmine thinks social media is a flex. Says it's a flex for the people who are really getting that bag on social media. Jasmine, you're just getting by on social media. Since you definitely are not getting the bag. Because if you were getting the bag, it would show. We could tell. Jasmine over there living real good. Since you over there getting by. Social media is not a flex for you. Jasmine wants it to be a flex because she really wants her and Chris to be this coupled YouTube couple, right? But it's never going to happen because Chris don't give a F about social media. He does it to appease Jasmine when he feels like it. Because if y'all notice, Chris goes a lot of times and we don't even see Chris. He be there, but he makes it to where he don't be on camera, right? Jasmine wants Chris to so bad, like she said in the live last night, she's trying to protect his image. Sis, how? When he's not even trying to protect his image, okay? Chris don't care nothing about his image, and I'm gonna draw y'all to Exhibit A, okay? I'm gonna show y'all how much Chris cares about his image. Shouts out to the Young. I'm gonna use her video real quick. Give me one moment, y'all. This video is accredited to Young and the Desperate. Shouts out to my subscriber that sent it to me today. Lord have mercy. Cricket, where you at? Cricket. Chris ain't gonna touch your balls, Cricket. Just come on out. This man cared anything about his image. Do you think he would sit there? He looking at the camera, y'all. Do you think he would have sat there and played with his nuts on camera while Jasmine is trying to pour her heart out to the YouTube? Now, again, scratching yourself is normal. People scratch themselves, right? But typically, people don't scratch themselves on the internet, okay? So, Jasmine, don't worry about Chris's image because he's not worried about it, okay? You don't have to worry about Chris's image. Yeah, he don't care, okay? You said Cricket Lamar Jones. Brian, you a mess. He don't care nothing about his image, baby, so you don't got to care about it either. Honey, that man sat right there and rearranged his junk for the whole world to see. It almost gave me like he was trying to do some type of mating call. Chris, was that a mating call? What was that? Like you didn't get up for a minute and get up and go off the frame of the camera and rearrange your junk? Like you nasty mofo, you. On camera. But Jasmine, you talk about a brand. Since this your brand, your ninja rearranging his junk on camera for the world to see. Girl, not only did he rearrange, girl, he tried it first without going in his pants. He said it wasn't good enough. He couldn't get that good spot. He was trying to scratch them nuts. He said, I can't reach it. He said, bump this. And honey, he pulled them shorts and took that hand and said, yeah, and went to dig it. While you sit up here trying to talk your ish, trying to make the internet understand why you're right and everyone else is wrong. He couldn't find it, Mother's Journey. Oh, Lord. Okay? Girl, quit. So don't worry about Chris' image, sis, because he ain't worried about it. So don't you even lose any sleep over Chris's image, okay? All right. Oh, boy. All right. So what I also discovered in this live, this is a reaction of discoveries. He roaching. I guess so, Ivy. What's up, Buttons? What's up, Latoy? Hey, Flo the Beggar Slayer. He had to lift his fupa first. Girl, you a mess. Oh, you welcome, Young and the Desperate. Thanks for keeping your eye on the streets, sis. So, what I found out yesterday as well, watching this live, is Chris and Jasmine keep up a bunch of hell in their house. Jasmine is a house of hell, okay? And I'm going to tell you why I say that. It was late last night. It was 11, 12 o'clock at night. It was literal legendary. Wah, wah, boom, bang, wah, woo, wee, ah, ooh, ee, ah. All that noise, banging on the floor with toys, crying, Chris hooping and hollering, Jasmine getting mad. Baby, it was all that noise. And it was a Tuesday night. And the kids had to go to school in the morning. Now, y'all know from the layout of Jasmine's home, the kids' bedroom sits right off the living room. And all you heard, wah, ooh, ee, ah, ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, ooh, ee. And Chris, yo, baby, stop fuck up, yo. I said, honey, this how they do even when they not on camera. Okay? This how they do when they're even not on camera. This is Jasmine's house all the damn time. When them kids are supposed to be in their sleep, Chris running around there, busting up walls, banging on refrigerators, screaming and hollering at Jasmine, telling her to shut the F up. Girl, it's a mess over there. And little Legendary screaming and hollering because he don't like noise. Okay? Live, laugh, and love. Just straight chaotic over there. I said, get right. No wonder Ava falling asleep in class. Right, because she can't. Girl, that baby of hers. Now, in the beginning of the live, shouts out to the young and desperate. In the beginning of the live, hold on for a minute. Let me pull that up. All right, so let me pull that up. In the beginning of the live, Jasmine was ready to get into some shish on the internet, honey. Chris said he had just came home. Jasmine said, this baby keep hollering and screaming. I'm tired of dealing with him. I'm going to give him a bottle, and I'm going to throw him over here in this crib. Chris said, oh, no, the hell you ain't. Bring me my damn baby.
Tacos, we're not. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But how's everybody Tuesday? What's going on with y'all? For real. What you giving?
His milk. He's just sleepy. He's like fighting.
Man, go get my son. Go get my son. Just bring me my son.
Chris said, I'm so sick of you, Jasmine. That's all you do. All you want to do is throw kids up in a room and shut the damn door as if that's babysitting the kid. Chris said, just bring me my damn son. Chris said, I'm so sick of you. Chris said, you got one job to do. One. And that's take care of the kids. And you can't even do that. Chris said, I'm so sick of your damn ass.
He is upset. Did fam cook? Who's the fam? You talking about me or Bae? Because I didn't get off to 7. So who cooked?
I did.
Who?
So, honey, Chris said, he know the stilo over there. He know Jasmine, that her norm is when she don't want to deal with the kids anymore, that she go ahead and throw them on up in the room, throw a bottle in their mouth and throw them up in the room and slam the door as if that's going to pacify that child. Honey, Legend was like, oh, you a damn lie. My daddy here, okay? Legend started screaming and hollering. Okay, he started screaming and hollering and said, get me the hell up out of here. And I'm telling y'all, that's how Jasmine house is 24/7. Why is he up, Pine? That's my thing. Jasmine knew what time Chris was coming home. She had already told Chris prior to him coming on that we're going live. Okay, Jasmine said, we going live, and that's it. So she already knew what time Chris was going to call himself coming home. So she should have already had that baby bathed, greased down, already fed with a bottle. All that, putting that baby in the bed with a bottle, Jasmine. Don't you know that'll rotten his teeth out when you let babies go to sleep? Typically, I understand letting babies go to sleep with the bottle just to kind of get them. But once they sleep, yeah, you pull that bottle out their mouth. Jasmine's the type of mama, that little baby gonna have caps in his mouth before he even have a whole full mouth of teeth. Because she quit to throw that baby in the bed, just fed him baby food, don't wash his mouth out, throw him over in the bed, gives him bottles, throw him over in the bed. He can choke, he can do a lot, Dr. Amira. Girl, child, she don't care. Just long as she can get on here and go live, okay? Long as she can get on here and go live, that's all she care about. I think he got like 2 teeth. I think he got like 2. Say Cheese said, whole damn family failed this poor children. Mama, daddy, grandparents, aunt, uncle, CPS, DCF, school, doctors. God, please say these David's four children, baby. But that's how she do over there. That's Jasmine's house probably every damn night. Her and Chris up hollering and screaming. The baby up hollering and screaming. And them kids is in there probably like, Lord, can I please just go to sleep? But they probably don't hear anything because they so doped up on melatonin that they don't hear anything. And you said, and she throws him in the bed, leaves the room, and slams the door while he crying. Exactly, as if he was going to stop crying. But you know, Jasmine, she's learned the art of tuning the children out. See, once upon a time, when little Legendary was smaller, she didn't tune them out. But you know, Jasmine, once the kids get to kind of walk, well, he's not walking yet, but once they get out of that actual baby stage, Jasmine ain't no more interested in them. Y'all, we saw how she did with the twins, okay? So Jasmine also said on this live how the internet hates her kids. She really referenced Legendary. She said the internet hates Legendary. So I said, hold up, Jasmine. Hold up, sis. Hold up. Don't do that, Jasmine. Don't act like the internet has only ever talked about Legendary. Girl, the internet definitely focused on your twins. The internet is the one that told you that the twins needed some type of therapy. Every time a reaction video in the comments, either in reaction video comments or in comments of hers, people were always referencing those twins. Was always giving her constructive criticism when it came to those twins. But now she's trying to make Chris feel sorry for her and Legend and make like the internet just hates Legend. Girl, don't nobody hate your baby. People hate the way you do your children. Don't nobody hate your kids. There's nobody running around the internet with I hate Legendary t-shirt. Nobody is running around with an I hate Legendary t-shirt on the front and his picture on the back of the t-shirt. Nobody's doing that. You are crazy. Jasmine is a lunatic. You are crazy. Don't nobody hate your baby. They hate how you treat your baby. People have been bringing to your attention that you might want to cut your baby's hair because it don't look right. It's not growing. So instead of it being in patches, why not trim it up? The problem with that is, y'all remember when she couldn't keep Aiden's hair done and Chris attempted to cut Aiden's hair, but Aiden wasn't going to let him? So my thing is, if Chris attempted to cut Aiden's hair, and that's not even his son, Legendary is his son. How come he ain't attempted to cut his hair? Chris know that baby hair shouldn't be looking like that. Is it that he don't care? You see what I'm saying? Right, live, laugh, and love, Miss S. Wiseman, exactly, sis. Just comb it. That's all she got to do. Put some pink oil moisturizer, some blue mat, whatever she got over there. Okay? Put some moisturizer in that baby's head, Jasmine. Maybe it will start growing. I mean, y'all, I'm sorry. It's not talking about the child, but it's obvious that him wearing that helmet more than likely took his hair out because he was laying down with the helmet on and he was probably rubbing his head a lot and it took his hair out. Okay? So it only makes sense at this point because he's over a year. You know, typically most parents will cut their child's hair at 1 year old. I mean, everybody has their own time frame of when they want to cut their child's hair, if they even choose to cut his hair. But she does nothing to it. She don't even try to braid the baby's hair. She does nothing. So that's what people are talking about. People are not, don't hate that baby. Why would they hate that baby? They don't like your man. Now, sis, now that's true. They definitely do not like Chris, and they don't like you either, okay? But they don't like Jasmine because the way she treats her children on camera. That's what people don't like about her. But it was her getting in on the video and talking about Kaylin and Legendary get the most hate. No, that's not true. People have suggested to you that you may want to do extra things with your children because people notice that, because most people have children with her kids situation, okay? And so people pick up on that And they just, repeat to her, Jasmine, you might want to do this because my child, it could be similar. That's it. But Jasmine, if my thing is this, if you're that hated by the internet, then why the hell are you on here? At this point, why subject your children through that? If you feel that passionate about somebody hating your kids that much, then why even show them? If you feel like the internet hates your kids so much, why are you showing them? Protect your children if you feel that way. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, y'all. So now we're going to go over to the next part of the live. Like I said, y'all, the live was a little over an hour long. I mean, Gigi, she can attempt to do something. She can put it in some plaits. You said his hair not long enough. She could put it in some plaits. She could do something. He got enough hair to grip at the top. I don't know about the back, but at the top, that baby got enough hair to grip. Yeah, he does. But that's the thing. The mama don't want to do anything. And that's just the truth. And that's just the honest to God truth. Okay? So in the live, you guys, there was a conversation about child support. Okay? So I found out something else that I did not know. Chris seems to think that child support is a scam. I said, what? It's a scam? Well, child, when I was getting it, I didn't feel scammed. Now, maybe my baby daddy did, but shit, I didn't. Honey, when that money used to hit that child, I was like, okay. And Jasmine was over there signifying for Chris. And I said, what in the world? Girl, you sitting over here agreeing with Chris? How do you know child support is a scam? You've never received it. So let's take a look at that video. Give me one moment. Thank you, Miss RJ, for the super sticker. I appreciate that.
And Kaylin, my two kids that got bashed the most out of all my kids, I bashed them too.
They don't need that, baby. They don't need that.
Like,
They don't need that because...
And it is sad because Kaylin is so driven by being a content creator too. She's driven by it because she sees the hustle.
Chris really wanted Jasmine to shut the F up. He really did, but he know that's her house. This her channel, okay? And I guess he wasn't trying to be so rude on camera. But Chris really wanted Jasmine to be quiet. Even it was one time in this live, he was like, I thought I was supposed to be talking. He clearly said, he looked at her, he said, I thought I was supposed to be talking. Because Jasmine kept trying to take over.
She see how easy it is. She wants to do
Fat man.
Yeah. She wants to go, and honestly, in my head, I'm like I'm scared. I don't handle what. Because their reels will go into their savings whenever they start making money on reels.
Jasmine, what the hell are you talking about? Why do you keep acting like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook is inheritance? Like, girl, you don't even know 10 years from now if she's even if she wants to continue social media. You don't know what that little girl's interest may be. Like, at the end of the day, you need to worry about today, right now. That's what so here's the thing, y'all. So Jasmine is going to start social media for their children so they can have some type of money in a savings, okay? But I guarantee you, this girl don't even have life insurance on herself. Yeah, YouTube doesn't offer that. You worrying about when they get older. What about if you pass away tomorrow? Do you got anything to leave them for that? You got an insurance policy that can pay for your funeral, leave them a couple of dollars, whoever got to take care of them, they can have a little money. You worrying about social media, something they can inherit 10, 15 years from now. What if you pass away next week? Then what? Do you have any plans for that? How about you plan that first, and then you worry about social media next?
They'll go into their savings, and automatically when they get older and old enough, they can take over their pages. And they already got Instagram, they got some kind of social media growing in their savings.
Can I? So
you see that? Chris said, you sound dumb. You done? Because this you stupid. This sounds stupid. Chris, are you done? Look, I don't play that again. Chris was like, can I? Because Chris is like, you sound retarded. Like, this don't even sound right.
Can I? So let's talk about child support.
That tickled me so bad. He was like, can. That tickled me so bad.
Y'all. The crazy part is that we let these people, the government, the state, to be in our business. You know what I mean? And the sad part is, those folks don't care about their father being with their kids or the mother being with their kids, because you got some mothers out there on child support. They don't care about that.
Chris, they're not supposed to. The state's job is to collect money from mothers and fathers who don't want to give it up on their own. They don't care about the visitation. That's not their concern. Now, there is a court that is a concern for. It's called family court, okay? But you, either the mother or the father that's receiving the child support, if they want additional assistance, like spending time with the child, then you would have to take them to court. You have to get an attorney. Yeah, it's not the state's job to worry about that, Chris.
You know what they care about? The check. That's what they care about, bro. Like,
Jasmine, I know you ain't. Girl, you never even received child support. Jasmine couldn't even get help from the state for child care because she did some type of scammy thing back in the day. I don't know exactly what it was. Girl, you weren't, the state had to give you food stamps because your baby daddy wasn't paying child support. You wasn't saying that when the state was giving you them food stamps and that Medicaid.
Child support is a big scam. It's a big scam. And for y'all who's it's too plain to see that, then it is what it is. But the ones who actually educated and use their brain, bro, child support is a scam. They looking for a check. That's what they want. They want a fucking check.
Duh. Child support don't want postcards. What the? What else is child support supposed to be looking for? Y'all, did I miss something? Child support. What does the word support mean? Financial support. Child support. Of course they looking for a check, but that's the problem. Chris, the people wouldn't be in your business if you would have made it your business to keep the people out your business. See, that's the key. See, y'all kill me trying to make mothers feel bad for digging in your pockets when you should have just felt bad for the mother and digged in your pockets on your own. Did nobody tell you to go have 3 kids that you didn't want to take care of financially? So what you thought? What you thought? When the child gets here, the mama's supposed to be responsible? But see, I blame women because women are, the women in his life, the women he has children with, allowed this man to think that way. They allowed Chris to feel like he'll take care of the kids when he feel like it. But mothers, and there's a lot of fathers out here that don't get to make those choices. They got to take care of their kids. There's nobody else to take care of them. But then you got a lot of mothers and fathers out here that are just running around the earth doing whatever they want to do. Even like Chris, you got your nerve. Not only were you not taking care of the ones that were already here, you go and have a whole nother one. Like if you hadn't had another one, then I'd be like, oh, okay. But you wouldn't have had a whole nother child on top of the 3 that you are not financially taking care of. Continuously. Not a child support payment here and there. Because you can't feed your child here and there. You can't pay rent in January and don't pay it again till March and think the rent man ain't going to put your ass out. So the mothers they don't have options, but you yourself, sir, and it's Jasmine co-signing it. It's like, girl, you're a woman who didn't get child support, is not getting child support. Y'all seen when Philip was locked up, Jasmine was struggling. Hell, she had to get Philip to go half with her on birth certificates, and he was in jail. No. Yeah, she said Philip's mother paid half on a. She needed help on a $20 birth certificate. The twins needed birth certificates so they could get in school. This heifer needed help. She needed somebody to go half with her on $20 birth certificate. Like, really? And you sitting over here agreeing with this man just because he's your man? Y'all, Jasmine is the epitome of a Captain Sava hoe. Like, I can't believe how she just sit there and just like, girl. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Jasmine, you keep this video in your archives because you're going to have to reference this video. Because the same way Chris has made LaKenya and Medusa feel, he going to make you feel the same way, sis. But you're going to take it hard. You're not going to take it like a G, like LaKenya and Medusa did or are taking it. Jasmine's going to take it real hard. Watch and see what I tell you. Because Jasmine's the type of chick, she puts all her apples in one basket. Okay? She put all her apples in one basket. That's the type of chick she is. But watch and see what I tell you. Jasmine's going to have to eat this video. If she's still on the internet when this happened, she's going to have to eat this video. Because as sure as the sky is blue, Chris going to do her the same damn way. It's his MO. It's his MO. You can just tell. It's his MO.
But let me backtrack on that.
They don't give a fuck.
Oh, I won't.
No, because the thing is, listen. The thing is, I can sit up here and tell them every detail, right?
Yeah.
Because what we going through.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
But
what we going through, when did y'all become friends? How does your child support issues have anything to do with Jasmine other than that's less money you can give her because that's more money coming out of your pocket? So what you mean what we going through? Jasmine, you over there paying that man's child support? Because you mean what you going through, Chris? Because the child support order got your name on it. It don't got Jasmine's name on it. It got your name on it. Just like, say for instance, you're married, right? You're married and your spouse has children prior to your marriage, right? And he or she has child support. So some people think because you're married that the government would automatically take your taxes. Well, there's something you can file called the injured spouse. In the event that could happen, you can file it's called the injured spouse. You can file a claim with the IRS to get your money back. Because again, the IRS, just because you're married to that man or that woman, they're not going to, just because you're married to them, they're not going to make you obligated for a financial obligation that clearly was before you. So even if Jasmine marries Chris tomorrow, his financial obligation with children that are not hers or are not theirs biologically together, the government is not going to make Jasmine pay for that. because she can file a claim called injured spouse.
They think
I don't care what they think.
I know you don't care. Okay,
what
let me say it like this. They're making it because individuals decide to get on social media. They're making it seem like you're this person that ain't ever paid child support, or you don't pay, or they don't. You know, they're making it seem like you're this. They're painting a picture for you.
Guess what? I don't care.
But I do. I care about this.
Jasmine, he don't care because he's the type of man that don't care. He gonna do it to you. He's not giving you money for Legendary. Matter of fact, where's the Christmas gift, Jasmine? Where's the Christmas gift Chris got you? Now, we've already surpassed your birthday. We ain't even worried about that. Where's the Christmas gift? We still ain't seen that. Chris don't care because he don't care, Jasmine. He pays child support when the state can catch up with him. When he keeps a job long enough for the state to get the money, that's when he pay it. That's why he don't care. Because he literally don't care. And Jasmine's trying to paint a picture to the internet that Chris is this type of guy. Since you might as well put your paintbrush down. We already figured it out.
I don't care. And the thing is, I try to tell Bae, if I don't care, you shouldn't care. Real talk. I'm just being real. If I don't care, you shouldn't care. If it's not hurting me, you don't see me downing. You don't see me, babe, they over here talking. You shouldn't feel on top of way because I'm not bothered by it. I
mean, he's telling the truth, Jasmine. You trying to save his image, a whole Captain Saver over there. Girl, he don't care. The man sat right on camera and played with his junk. Sis, he don't care about his image.
I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? It's the government.
Don't hide any comments.
What?
You see that one?
What do you read, Ma? Like,
wait, I'm going up here. Right.
So now you're nervous. That's when Medusa steps in the chat. The mods automatically deleted her comment. Chris seen it, right? Now he nervous, okay? Chris really don't want no problems. He wanted to go back to like it was. He was out of sight, out of mind. But because Jasmine keep throwing his big face in the camera, and he tries to play cute for Jasmine. See, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Chris using Jasmine, it's going to backfire on him. Jasmine allowing Chris to use her, it's going to backfire on her. If you stick around long enough, watch and see what I tell you don't come true.
I'm saying.
The name, they deleted her comments. Deleted their comments.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is, bro. Like, nigga, like,
Chris is with his new family. You need to move on. He doesn't want you anymore. Chris is happy where he is. He's not dwelling on the past.
I would never dwell on the past.
What you mean dwelling on the past? This ain't about Medusa. Here's the thing. Would Jasmine feel better if Paris, Chris's daughter, got on the internet and talked for herself? Jasmine, would you feel better if Paris did it, if it came out of his daughter's mouth, how she feels about her daddy apparently abandoning her? Would you feel better if it's Paris talking? Again, you don't involve kids and grown folks ish. That's why her mama advocating for her. But here's the thing. Jasmine wouldn't have any of this to worry about if Chris was already handling his business prior to meeting Jasmine. It's because Chris was not handling his business as a man that Medusa feels the need to come out here like she is. If Chris was already handling his business, there would be no need for none of this. That's the part Jasmine keeps missing.
That's because I always look forward. You know what I'm saying? I always told myself that whatever I go through is a life lesson. And I learned it. And I know what to do now from the previous time.
Well, your daughter is going through a life lesson. She's going through a life lesson of her daddy, not paying attention to her like he should as a father. I mean, like I said to you guys earlier in the live, when Chris and Jasmine went to Houston in September, again, I understand it was a little getaway. If y'all remember, Jasmine kept emphasizing the fact that they didn't have any kids, but Chris actually did have a child in Houston that you guys could have went and visited. If not only anything, took the little girl out to lunch. Maybe took her to Walmart and bought a toy. She probably would have enjoyed that, even if he just would have hung out with her for a couple of hours. At the end of the day, my opinion of Jasmine and Chris is Jasmine really needs to let Chris handle his business. Jasmine, you cannot hide the fact that your ninja ain't ish. Unfortunately for you and him, it's already out here. It's already out here. It's already out here that your man neglects his children. It's on paper, and the mothers of the children have attested to that. You can't say they lying because the proof is in the pudding. Right, he swear he's speaking facts. I'd be so hurt if my daddy came to town and didn't come see me. Exactly. No, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all say Jasmine need to leave him before tax time. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Jasmine and Chris need to stay together. They need to stay right where they're at. They need to stay with each other. Because at this point, Jasmine deserves him and he deserves her. Because if Chris needs to think about it. Think about all the other women out here with social media channels that are mommy channels. None of them are carrying on like Jasmine. Okay? You really want to bring your man's drum. Even if Medusa did do a video or two, right? Jasmine, you could have shut it all down by not even speaking on it. Jasmine could have went right over there to Chris and say, hey, I'm going to need you to check your baby mama. Like, whatever the problem is, I'm going to need you to squash it because it's causing problems for me on this internet. Okay? Pretty Dope said she knew he wasn't because that's why she came on here making him a knight in shining armor from jump. Exactly. Jasmine knew what Jasmine know what a no good ninja is. Hell, she had Philip for all them years. She know. Yeah, they do, T. Wilson. They definitely deserve each other. Jazz, we know how you built like a big burly linebacker, but let Chris be the man in this situation, handle his own damn business. Jasmine is being a mother to Chris. She's trying to make sure Chris doesn't, nothing happens to him and everything's okay with Chris. But sis, when do Chris do that for you? Chris couldn't even stand down his baby mama, right? He didn't even want to do like she said, hey, start an Instagram and holler at me there. Chris don't even want to do that. It's you protecting Chris, but Chris is not protecting you. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Jasmine doesn't want protection. Jasmine wants what's happening. Drama, confusion, and chaos. That's what she wants. That's what she's getting. Shouts out to the 1,100 people in the chat. Please make sure you guys hit the like button for me. But y'all, let's be real though. Although we talk about Jasmine and her ghetto ass over there, y'all, let's be real. As women, we don't deserve that. If you are a woman in the chat that is dealing with a man like Chris, sis, you don't deserve that. Don't try to be no damn superwoman. Go get your money, right? Because, yes, you want the man to be a part of the child's life. What mother wouldn't want that? But let's be real. You can't make anybody do anything. They got to want to do it. You can't make a man be a man. He has to want to be a man. Don't sit around and allow a man to use you and use your child. And if you got to hurt him in his pocket, hurt him in his pocket. Because trust and believe, your pocket's going to get hurt. I don't care if you got a good job, you're financially secure. It takes two to make a baby. It should also take two to take care of that child. Period. Right, your girl, period. Stop allowing these men to get away with murder. Y'all stop doing it. And I'm telling y'all that from my own personal experience. Okay? I can only tell you what I learned in life. If you allow somebody to walk over you, guess what? That's what they're going to do. Walk all over you. And Medusa allowed Chris in the beginning to treat her like a doormat. He got used to that, and that's how he's continued to treat her. Unfortunately, her child got caught in the crossfires of that. Unfortunately, right? But y'all stand up for what y'all stand up for yourself. If you got to advocate for your child, right? And if that's taking that man down to child support, do that, you guys. I don't care if he don't have a job. If he ever come across any money, it's going to be rightfully yours. Okay? It's going to be rightfully yours. Right, S. Wiseman. Pick a struggle. You said can't be broke and angry and a deadbeat dad and a smart ass. Right, Sean. Pick a struggle, okay? So, y'all, that's my time, okay? That's my thoughts and opinions on the situation with Jasmine. At this point, y'all, when you watch Jasmine, you just get what you get out of her. Don't expect anything because you're never going to get it. Jasmine doesn't know how to elevate. She has no clue. Jasmine, in my opinion, is very low vibrational, okay? And that's how she's always going to vibrate, you know? Because she sat up there and defended Chris was beyond me. It was beyond me how she defended the fact that you know that that man has been very dormant without seeing his child. There is no way that even with Medusa living in California for the vast majority of that child's life, just like Chris made it to California back when he was 19 or however old he was, he should have been able to make it over there again. You were able to get back and forth all around the state of Texas. How come you couldn't catch a flight, catch a bus, catch a train to go see your child, even if you didn't do it but once a year? But not only that, there is a such thing called iPhones. You could FaceTime her. Like the moral of the story is, y'all, there's a little girl involved. And it's so unfortunate that both her parents are bringing her personal business on the internet, because what people got to understand is the internet is forever. It don't go away. And this little girl 10 years from now is going to come on the internet and see these videos and see how her daddy handled the situation of how her mother felt about him being an absent father. It's sad and it's tacky. In my personal opinion, any young single mom, like single moms with kids, shouldn't even watch Jasmine, because Jasmine is not an influencer. She doesn't influence anything but chaos, confusion, and commotion. That's all she influences. Because there's no way, as a single mother, Jasmine is a single mother. She's not married to anybody. You are a single mother who's been in Medusa's shoes. The only difference between Jasmine and Medusa is Jasmine actually had interaction with Philip's family, right? She actually had interaction with Philip's family. Medusa didn't, right? She don't know Chris's family, right? So she feels very ostracized. Because not only can she not get in touch with him, she can't even reach out to none of the family members because she don't even know him. But then that's Medusa's fault. Because why have a baby with a man that you don't even know? You don't even know his family. Why did you sit up and have a baby with him and you didn't even know him well enough? But unfortunately, y'all, women, we make mistakes like that. We jump into bed with these men, we barely know them, and we have babies for them. And late years down the line, we find out that, ooh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have had a baby with this ninja, right? You live and you learn. Okay? You live and you learn. All right, y'all, that's my time. I'm out of here. I got to go. All right? I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out the door. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Remember, serve what you love. Bye.